Talking about shit, let's talk about some shit. Let's talk about protesting. Let's talk about what the hell is going on with protesting. There are 4 steps to a non-violent movement. There are 4 steps to a non-violent militant movement. There are 4 steps that you must acquire to make a non-violent militant movement work. You first must understand that there is a problem. You must educate yourself with the problem. You must look at the different sides of the problem and the different ramifications of the problem. 2, you must be willing to sit down with people and negotiate and listen and debate and discuss the problem through your education. 3, you must at that time, if you are not happy with the results of your negotiation, purify yourself. Be ready for violence. Be ready for attacks. Be ready for militant action. Be ready for medical action. Be ready for moves. Be ready in Facebook. Be ready in social media. Be ready on the streets. Be ready with the media. Be ready with the reporters. Be ready with the singers of your march. Be ready with the t-shirts. Be ready with the men who are the leaders, who are dressed in the traditional white shirt, black tie, and black pants that the king and all his followers used. And watch that man in that one video as he walked back and forth in front of the police, and he just gave himself the duty of walking back and forth. He was probably in prayer, and he picked up trash. That was one of the simple things he did. He threw trash out of the way of the police. Don't throw things at the police. They can throw bullets at you. Learn how to protest properly. Have your colors, have your signs, have your marches. Know where you're going. Know your exits. Know the attack methods that the police are going to use and other people are going to use, so you're ready for them. Have your medics having your special colors. Everybody should have some form of designation as a purified marcher. You just can't have people running out in the middle of the street and marching and protesting without organization. If you do that, you're going to get people hurt. You're going to get people angry. You're not going to accomplish your goal. Your goal is a non-violent militant movement to change the status quo of what you do not like in America. And right now we have a problem with violence. So if you're going to march, do it right. These are 4 steps outlined by Martin Luther King from Birmingham jail, and they apply to every race, they apply to every march, they apply to everybody who is out there trying to make a difference by protesting in the American way. Prepare people for your protest and then protest. Do you think that Martin Luther King and the people who marched all the way in Selma, all those miles, did it without the 5 things that you need to run warfare? The 5 things you need to run an action in militant form? Okay, you need communication, you need transportation, you need to be able to feed your people. Okay? You need to be able to take care of your people medically, psychologically. And you have to have the people. You got to remember these things or you're not going to move forward. Okay? Make your protest count for something. Make it so people are aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. And don't impede their lives directly. It's not about breaking down a community and making people angry. It's about lifting a community up and bringing people together. You create. Do not ever say no justice, no peace. It must be, we will have peace, we will have justice, we will stand for these things, and we will not be stopped for standing for these things. That's completely different. That means they have to bring the violence to you. Are you willing to do that? I've been beaten almost to death for standing for this. By not just the police, but now I have the exact opposite. I standing for something, man. I'm standing for something. I'm all alone out here. But these are the ways that you got to move forward as a gathering, as a group. Every city, every place, you need to be coordinated. You need to have the same action. You need to find your leaders within your own community who are going to be the ones that you are going to follow in this march. You already know who they are. Things are about to come to a huge boil, and let's do it right, man. Protest with reserve and thought and vigilance and peace in your mind and action, and do it well. Prepare yourself. Educate yourself. This goes from white people to black people to brown people to whoever. Because somebody out there right now cares about something that's important to them. In this community right here, it's mostly white people. So if you people are going to march for something, believe in what you're marching for and know why you're doing it. And it's for your own community to build a better community. And if you see something else in America that upsets you because it impinges on how you feel about how your community should run, well then march. But be ready as the rest of everybody is. Be ready and purified in this action. Be ready with love in this action. Be ready to take the violence. Be ready to move forward, militant, nonviolent, with action. Peace up. Amen.